overall a solid weekend. Obviously you want to win GPs, but a podium is also a good day, so overall solid day. You're still healthy after 2 rounds. Content enough with that?
Yeah, I have to say, I have to be satisfied, you know. Today the track was not easy. First moto didn't have the best start. I have to came through the pack, make some nice quick passes in the beginning to came on the second place. And then second one, I had a better start. I was with Jorge there and also Roman. So all 4, let's say, the fastest ones, we were like in front. So the pace and riding was good. So yeah, happy to finish 2-2, you know, solid points for a championship. It's still early in the season, you know, just second GP, but yeah, I think it's important to be consistent, you know, to not make let's say big mistakes, and yeah, so far so good.
And just on the second moto, you sort of touched on it there. It was nice to see the big 4 get away, and they were all there in the first lap. Looked like the pace was high. Did it feel high out there? How close were you to 100%?
To feel high, I mean, like the pace was good, you know. We were pushing, and even the lap times were quite good, you know. Especially on, I tried to push towards the end. I drop a little bit the lap times, and I close a little bit to Prado, but then when we get to the lappers was quite difficult, you know. They didn't really move. It was not easy because the ruts were super deep. From one corner to the other was just one line, so they couldn't really move out of it. But anyway, yes, I think second race was a good one, you know. So yeah.
And just on your guy, obviously he was very, very fast today, but I think the big thing is the first few laps. He's obviously always getting the whole shot, and he's very quick in the first 2 laps. Maybe between now and Riola, work on the starts and maybe the first couple of laps sprint speed, because you can't afford to let him get away.
Yeah, exactly. We all know that Jorge is a good starter, you know, and I think with doing Supercross, what he was doing Supercross this year, and I know from my experience, you know, their racing is just first 2 laps is super intense. So I think you get that from Supercross racing, you know. But yeah, I mean, we are always working on the starts, you know, and I feel that we improved this year at the starts a little bit, but still plenty of room to improve. Definitely. It's way more easier if you start in front, you know, second, third, or first, you know, because you have a clear track in front of you, you can pick your lines, less risk as well. So yeah, we are working on it, you know, trying to be always in front.
And what was your thoughts on the track this weekend? Obviously yesterday no track prep whatsoever, so it was very, very technical. Today maybe more open, not quite as ruddy, but still technical out there.
Yeah, yesterday was super rough, many people, lines, ruts, you know, but even today now, they were fixing a little bit, so they open up a little bit the outsides, you know, make the dangerous spots a little bit flatter, what was really good, you know. It makes racing better, let's say, and more safer. So yeah, overall was a Spain, let's say, you know. I kind of like expect that from coming here. Previous years, you know, was always like that, ruddy, quite bumpy. So.
And what's your thoughts on having a GP here? Obviously a man-made track, but you've got the Mall and a big crowd in Madrid. I think MXGP, as well as going to the old school tracks, it's important to bring GPs to places like this because it's easier for people to come.
I think it's good, you know, and we are close to the capital, to Madrid, so always many people show up. You could see today on the podium, you know, was so many people, and that's super nice to see. And even like, it's kind of like they put tribunes, it's like a stadium, you know, so you can hear them really loud when you're riding. So I think, yes, it's important to keep the old school tracks, you know, but also some GPs like that, it's not too bad.
And obviously you're from Slovenia. Slovenia doesn't have an MXGP World Championship at the moment. Is that something you like? I think every top rider should have a home GP.
I mean, yes, I hope I can.
Do you think there's any tracks that it would be possible at, or would they have to build one?
They will have to make it like how it's here, you know, like just maybe for a event or something like that, just for a world championship, because we don't have like a track that have enough space, you know, for all the paddocks, for all the public, you know, all these things. But yeah, I just hope that it's gonna happen, you know, before I finish my career.
And obviously you've got the new prototype Honda. You made the debut in the International Italian Championship. How did you feel first jumping on the bike, and between then and now, have you made many changes to make it better?
Yeah, the new Honda is good, you know. I'm really happy, and I felt immediately really comfortable on it when I see it first time on it back in November last year. We haven't really did too many changes since the races, you know, like that I did in Italian Championship, because I was quite quick, comfortable on it, you know. We found a good base, good setup, and yeah, we didn't change quite a lot. Of course, clickers here to here, you know, like from track to track. Obviously, we have to change, but like nothing too big.
And last question, obviously it was technical track, it was easy to make a mistake out there, but actually you were really smooth this weekend. Is that something you've been working on?
Yeah, I think it's really important on the tracks like that to be smooth, you know. More you are aggressive, more you're making mistakes, more you losing the power, let's say, you know, because the track was really sketchy, and if you were too aggressive was not good, you know. So yeah, definitely I'm working on it, you know, to be smooth, to use less clutch, because I usually use a lot of clutch, so it helps you, you know, when you are not using that much clutch, that you became a bit more smoother. So yeah, we are working on these kind of things. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you for your time.